All right, let's talk about one of the most famous landmarks in the entire world. You know the one, that iconic clock, those unforgettable chimes. Everybody knows it. But how much do you really know about what it is? Because the answer, well, it's probably not what you think.
So I'm going to ask you a question, straight up. When I say the words Big Ben, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it that huge famous clock tower, or is it something else?
Okay, here's the big reveal. Almost everyone pictures the whole clock tower, right? But that's actually one of the biggest misconceptions out there. Big Ben isn't the tower. It's the nickname for the enormous great bell that's hanging inside of it. It's the sound you hear, not the building you see. So, if the bell is Big Ben, then what do we call the tower? Well, it has its own official name, the Elizabeth Tower. It was given that name back in 2012 to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. Pretty fitting for such a major symbol of Britain, don't you think?
And just to give you a sense of scale here, this thing is huge. The Elizabeth Tower stands at an incredible 96 meters tall. That's over 300 feet. It just completely dominates the London skyline. But tucked away near the top is something just as gigantic.
And that's where you'll find him. Big Ben himself. The Great Bell weighs a mind-blowing 13.5 tons. To even try to picture that, it's like stacking two massive elephants on top of each other. Just think about the sheer force it took to haul that thing all the way up there. This scale is just wild on the outside, too. You've got 4 clock faces, and each one is a whopping 7 meters across. But, behind those giant dials, that's where the real magic happens. The clock's mechanism itself is a masterpiece of 19th century engineering. The minute hands alone are over 4 meters long, but the whole system is so precise it's accurate to within just 2 seconds a week. And you want to know the secret? It's brilliant. They use old pennies. Seriously, they add or remove a single old penny from the pendulum to speed it up or slow it down. It's this incredibly simple, elegant solution.
But as amazing as the Elizabeth Tower and its bell are, they don't just exist on their own. They're really just one famous piece of a much, much bigger and more historic puzzle.
The story of this place goes way back. All the way to the 11th century. But the moment that really defined the building we see today was in 1834, when a huge fire burned down almost all of the old palace. It was a total disaster, but it also created an opportunity for a complete redesign, which led to the new clock tower and its great bell being finished in 1859.
And the building that rose from those ashes is the incredible Palace of Westminster. And it's not some relic or a museum. It's the living, breathing heart of the UK Parliament, home to both the House of Commons and the House of Lords. And while the Elizabeth Tower might be its most famous feature, the palace is this sprawling complex. You've got the ancient Westminster Hall, which actually survived that fire, the towering Victoria Tower, which holds all the parliamentary archives. It's a whole city of history in one building.
And that's exactly why this place is so much more than just a gorgeous piece of architecture. It's a powerful global symbol of British history, of democratic ideals, and of culture. And that global importance isn't just an opinion, it's official. In 1987, UNESCO designated the whole area, the palace, along with Westminster Abbey and St. Margaret's Church right next door, as a World Heritage Site. It recognized the entire site for its incredible impact on architecture and government. The story here is also one of just unbelievable resilience. The clock tower somehow survived the bombing raids of World War II, even when other parts of the palace were badly hit. And get this, Big Ben itself had a rough start. The very first bell they made actually cracked during testing, and they had to melt it down and start all over.
But nothing, and I mean nothing, shows its place in the national heart more than this fact. The BBC has been broadcasting its chimes live since 1923. For generations, for millions of people, that sound has been a daily comfort, the official timekeeper of their lives.
So when you think about it, it's a building that survived fire and war, that houses a democracy, and whose bell has marked our days, our midnights, and our New Year's for over a century. So the question is, what does that enduring sound, the voice of Big Ben, really mean to all of us today?